Hey folks, Alton Jones here with West Coast Home Buyers. Our new program that we have coming out in the next couple of months is called Rehabs to Riches. How you can find and locate properties in Southern California and rehab those properties and make a high six-figure profit. Pretty exciting. We've been rehabbing stuff since 2009. And I'm telling you, we can't be more excited than ever before because the California market is huge. I mean, absolutely huge. And for the last deals that we've been doing, we've made a lot of money. One of our biggest deals, we made over $840,000 on one deal, one rehab property, which really was a ground-up project. But, you know, there's all kind of ways. People wonder, well, how do you make $840,000? How do you make $100,000 on one property? How do you make $150,000? Well, folks, I'm here to tell you, you not only can make that money, you can make that kind of money part-time in the real estate business if you pay attention to a lot of things that's going on in the world right now. California is a huge market that people just don't understand. Everyone thinks that they can go out there, get a bank loan, get a hard money loan, get a private loan. There's more to it than that. You can actually go out there and get a seller to sell you a property and get the deed without having to spend a whole bunch of money. You can get owners to carry the paper for you. You can get them to finance it. You can get them to take over the debt subject to. There's all kind of strategies you can use to buy these houses. And folks, let me tell you, it's pretty exciting for us because our last three houses we bought owner finance or taking over the debt subject to, or a kind of combination of both of those together. And it's been really exciting because we didn't have to go out and get a huge bank loan to buy these houses that you normally would have to do. We didn't have to go out and go and hawk and go get a private money and get charged points to do that. One of the things is when you're buying a house, your acquisition costs are very high because you got to buy the property. Then you got to go find the money to do the rehab or the construction on it. So that means more costs, more points, and more fees that you have to add into it. So then you're on the hook for, you know, several hundreds of thousands of dollars before you can go out there, rehab it, make sure your costs stay down, and sell a house at a profit. You've put a lot at risk. So I show people how you can go get these properties under contract for owner finance where you're saving yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars from not having to do that. Then you turn around and either use private money, private money that you bring in to do your rehab costs, or monies from your self-directed IRAs that's sitting around earning nothing, and you can put that money and earn money in your self-directed IRA by funding that money to rehab the property and be able to get a profit from that once the house sells, money back on your IRA, tax-free. So if you set up right, you can do this thing not only using your self-directed IRAs, but you also can do it part-time. So here's an example of a deal we did in Carson, California. We bought a house for $300,000 and we had to put about $65,000 worth of work into it. Well, after 3.5, 4 months of working on that project, we gutted the house, we put new appliances, put new floors in, new stucco job, and we're able to do that and keep the costs down and turn around and sell that property for $526,000. So now do the math in your head. Well, I'll break the math down to you. The math is more like $525,000, actually $526,000. We had to pay $26,300 in commission. Okay, and then we had to pay the seller $300,000 because he carried the paper. It was zero interest and zero payments until paid. So we took that in consideration and dropped everything down dramatically. So our profit at the end of the day is going to be over $150,000 net. So 3.5 months, $150,000. How you like that? That's pretty exciting, folks. We're pretty excited, but that's not it. We are now using that private person that gave us the seller financing, the money that he made, he's going to give now back and become a private lender to us. So his profits he doesn't need right now. He wants to use that money because he wants to put that money to work. So we're using him as a private lender on some of our future deals that we're going to be doing down the line as well, because he saw how we were a very ethical company that did what we said we were going to do. We turned a profit. He made money, and we also made money too. So it's okay to help others while helping yourself at the same time, as long as it's a fair winning situation for all parties involved. So that's pretty exciting. The other thing that we're doing and we're working on right now is our course. our Rehabs to Riches course. Our Rehabs to Riches course is going to be so exciting because everyone has come to me and said, Alton, how do you do what you do? How do you make this kind of money? How do you find these deals? How do you get the money? How do you find the right contractors? I mean, the most frustrating thing for folks these days is finding the right contractor that's not going to screw and tattoo them and rip them off and take their money and run. How do you do that? How do you manage these projects that you can do it remotely, where you can be gone for 2-3 weeks at a time and knowing that the project is moving forward and nothing stopped? Well, because you have to inspect what you expect. You have to understand, you have to be able to interview people, hire the right folks, mature grown-up adults. One of my mentors, Robin Thompson, told me that a long time ago, is hire mature grown-up adults so that you can go out there and hire the right people that's going to do the job, that's going to make a result happen, a positive result, that is. So you do that. And so my boot camp is going to talk about those things. I'm going to share a whole lot. I'm going to pull back the curtain of this type of business so you can see it for what it is. So you understand that it's not going to be easy, but it's the easiest, most money I ever made. When I was getting shot at as a police officer, when I was chasing bad guys, I was getting confronted by bad guys, you name it, those dark alleys, working graveyards, heads bobbing and weaving because you're tired, and human beings should be up at 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. They should be sleeping, but yet you're out there, you're working patrol, and you answer the call for help, and you come running. You could be drinking coffee and eating donuts 1 minute, and next thing you know, you're driving code 3, lights and siren, and get to that emergency, and it turned out to be a false alarm, or it turned out to be a serious situation that we had to go save somebody's life, take somebody to jail, stuff like that. So that kind of stuff was fun. This is a hard work. But when you're young, you don't know. It's like ignorance on fire. But when this business now, you look at what you do, it's the easiest, hardest money you'll ever make. And it's really exciting how we're going to show folks how to take their time and turn it into dollar bills. How do you do that? Learn your craft first. Educate yourself. Learn how to find the right houses. Learn how to put contracts together. Learn how to talk to the seller. Because most people don't know what to say or to do. And then they trip it over themselves, and then all of a sudden the seller thinks, oh, you're just trying to make money on me. Well, yeah, but you don't have to say it that way. So don't let your body language dictate what you're trying to do. So we're going to show you how to talk to sellers. We're going to show you how to find the deals. We're going to show you how to raise the money that you need when you need money to do the rehab. Because believe me, people will buy you, but they want to buy the deal first. Does a deal make sense? Does it make sense for somebody to lend you money privately with no points and very little cost to be able to turn around so you can make a bigger profit, and then they still get their money back on time and with the interest that you promised them? So we're going to show people how to do that. And how do you do it part-time so that you can make a high 6-figure income from it? Because if you are able to make $100,000 doing 4 deals a year, on each deal, $100,000, that's $400,000, folks, of monies that you can make in this business part-time. How exciting is that? Well, at our program, we're going to show you how to do that, because it's very important to learn your craft and be able to implement, pull a trigger, take action, and know how to do it. Guess what? Most people going to tell you no, folks, when you're out there trying to ask for their deed or have me buy your house. Well, I don't have any money. I'm just doing this for the first time. Sometimes you got to act as if you are already doing it. Sometimes you have to borrow somebody else's success. Borrow my success. Borrow Ron LeGrand's success. Borrow Robin Thompson's success. You can borrow successful people's success, with their permission, of course, to be able to further your goal. But don't use our success as a key to rip people off, because it's karma. It's going to come right back on you, folks. So don't do that. So I'll end with, because I think I'm going to do a couple more lessons and show you some houses and show you how we do. And then we're going to break down some more math to you, because I think really what you want to know is, can I do this? And can I really make money on this? And I'm telling you, folks, you can do it. And you will do it if you focus on it. So go in there with the right heart, the right mind in place, and you go in there, you're making a winning business, and your family's going to love you forever for it, because then you're going to be creating long-time legacies, and you're going to be taking those dream vacations, and going to be able to buy your dream home, you're going to be buying your dream cars, and all these things you're going to be able to do in a business that you never knew anything about today. In 90 to 120 days from now, you're going to say to yourself, you're going to fire your boss, number one. You're going to fire them on good terms, because they may be one of your customers down the line that's going to buy your next house that you're going to rehab. And you're going to do right by people, and you're going to celebrate and know that this program, when you walk away with, you're going to be able to utilize the tools that we're going to teach you. So with that, I'm Alton Jones, West Coast Homebuyers. Rehab to Riches is the program that's coming out, and we'll see you at the top because the bottom's too crowded.